good to be here. That's right. This is a stand-up set.
It's a stand-up set on the couch. I don't know.
How are you, man? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Good. That's good. Yeah,
Great.
I'm doing all right. We are actually we call it third culture kids because we are third culture people. We are third culture kids, and you actually sent me this link that explains what a third culture kid is, and I actually didn't know that's what I was
Yeah.
until you actually told me that. Can you tell me, like, what do you think a third culture kid is?
Yeah, I mean, basically you just call in like two different cultures, you know? And like that in itself creates like that third culture. From what I understand, I mean, I don't know. This was taught to me in a therapeutic session.
We should tell. So where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm from Liberia. I'm originally from Jersey, but all my peoples are from Liberia. So I'm second generation or first generation.
First generation is when you were born here, but your parents were born somewhere else.
Really?
When you're born in the country, you're just straight up immigrant.
Oh, this whole time, bro. I thought I always got confused. Like I always thought like every time somebody asked me like, "Yo, are you first generation, second generation?" I literally treated it like a multiple choice question.
Where was your mom raised? Born here or there?
No. So everyone was born over there.
So you were born here.
Yeah.
So you're first generation.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is good to know.
Yeah. No, really.
Thank you. I don't know. I've been not confident with stating either or. You know, I always got confused by it.
By what? The first or the second?
Yeah, because like I thought second was your second generation if your parents were the first generation you born in that country you're from. I don't know, some weird shit that anytime I said first generation or second generation, everyone either looked at me or kind of like, well, no, technically is this. And I'm like, I don't know, and I get confused.
But the term is confusing because the person that was here first should be called the first.
Right.
Like your mom or my mom, they should be called like, well, we were here first.
Right.
But technically, they're just immigrants, straight immigrants. They have a term for them, fob. I swear to God.
Bro, what kind of, that's like a derogatory term, bro.
It is. Fresh off the boat.
Oh, that's so derogatory.
But it is derogatory because some people call them like fobby. Like you got too much of a fobby. I swear to God. They tell them that sometimes.
You fucking serious? Bro.
Yeah. Like some immigrants, like they shame other immigrants when they go like, you look so fobby right now. Like, like if they have like, I'm not joking. This is real. Because there is a lot of I saw this. There's actually what's his name, Eddie Wang.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called Fresh Off the Boat. He's I think he's Chinese. Yeah, the TV show.
Right.
Immigrants would shame each other for like looking too much like an immigrant and not assimilating enough.
Oh, okay. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
But like fob is like, it sounds more derogatory than the actual term itself.
Yeah.
And you said don't act what?
Fobby. I swear to God.
Bro.
They do that.
That sounds bad and you don't even have to know what it means.
Yeah,
that don't sound fun. You can never misconstrue that for a positive like statement about somebody.
But that's, you know what I find interesting about that is like people would shame other people. This was back like in the 80s and 90s where they like this new generation would come in and they're like they shame you for not assimilating. So they do that. But now I don't know if you feel this, but now there's more, you get more for kind of like just being who you are and representing your culture more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess it's just better to kind of, it makes you not seem different, but makes you kind of stand out more and doesn't make you, it kind of like celebrates diversity and stuff like that. So it's really weird how there's like a whole change now.
Huge change, bro.
Yeah. Now it's like, why are you, it's sort of like if you are trying to act quote unquote American, they kind of go like, well, why are you not repping where you're from? Like, do you have shame from where you're from? Is there something about that?
Yeah, that's interesting because like back in the day, like it was something where you wanted to hide that shit. Like,
you don't get hired
Yeah,
you wouldn't get hired if you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, not even that, man. But depending on how you came up, the accent just cut you down immediately.
Yeah.
Like the minute you say something, they're like, "Yo, what?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Where the fuck you from?"
Yeah.
You know, now it's definitely highly supported. You ever get that thing where people, you know, you say like, "Hey, you know, my name is, you know, whatever," and then they be like, "Yeah, where you from?" You be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Jersey. I'm from New York." They be like, "No, really?
Yeah.
Where are you from for real?"
They never say that in an interview, but they just have a pause where I say, "I'm from Queens," and they go, "Oh, all right, next question." Because then they kind of go like, "Okay, where are you from?" But now I kind of just say where I'm from, and I just let them kind of fucking. I shouldn't curse, right?
Curse.
It's YouTube.
It's YouTube. YouTube got worse. I mean, you know, do whatever you want to do.
Now, did you ever kind of think about changing your name, Americanizing your name?
Hell, bro, I can't do it. I only got 3 letters, bro. Like I have no, bro. You know how bad I tried to, and that shit just.
You did try,
bro.
Why did you change?
I tried. Bro, so it's NYA. You can't mix any way you mix up the letters. It's gonna sound fucking weird. Yeah, it's gonna sound like if I came in walking as Yan, that would be worse.
They would be like, "What the fuck? Are you like a black Asian? What is?"
Like Asian people adopt black people? I didn't know that occurs. Like
you speak Mandarin or something.
I know, right? I think, bro. I swear to God, I think I spent time on a piece of paper just like try to configure those 3 letters, and it came out to nothing. Like
there's no.
It comes to
Ain, Yan, or Nay, and then you're a fucking horse at that point. Like Nay, Naya. People call you Naya sometimes.
Naya is the big one. That's definitely. I mean, and I can't fault them. Right now, it's like all right, cause nya, all right. So like that ain't no sound. You just come out with your chest, like you got in your mind, like nya, right? Like you don't, you know, unless you're some like 40s, detective or whatever. But, put it up. You know, so I think I tried stupid American names, bro. But I tried I was like, hey, my name is John.
Did you
bro, I genuinely tried.
When was the first time you did that?
Bro, I think the first time I did that was at church, and then
church.
It was at church, bro. Cause
wait. When do they ask you your name at church?
In Sunday school.
Oh.
Yeah, Sunday school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so went to Baptist, Methodist, and
wait, sorry, before I interrupt. So it's the service and then the school.
Yeah,
so you go to the service and then you stay for the school after.
Nah, what would they do is that they'll have the service and then they'll put the kids. I guess because the kid, we all sleeping because somebody talking.
So during the service you go to school.
Right.
Okay.
They'll have the Sunday school. And
I'm Jewish. That's why I don't really know anything about.
Oh, y'all don't have Sunday schools?
No.
Word?
Our day is Sabbath. Saturday. Friday night Sabbath.
So what the kids? So you have to stay there too with the adults, and what the adults do, you got to be there as kids.
It's like it's a lot. You tell me. I'll tell you my thing. You.
Wow, bro.
Our thing is complete. But tell me. So you go to. Okay. So you go to.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was Sunday school, and it will be like different. So what will happen is that 'cause I have like a lot of family or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So like I can't say if I ever try to say a fake name, they'll be like, "Yo, what are you talking?"
Because they're in
there.
Oh.
So it would be like if I, bro, it was like I was trying to change identities every time I went to like a new like church or something like that, right?
So you were John in one day.
I was John here. I was Paul over here. Like I was like, bro, I was trying to mix it. So then like my alibis match up correctly, right? So I'll go to like a neighboring church or something like that, right? Or some church maybe my mom was trying out or something like that, right? So they'll ask my name or something. I'll just say John or something like that. But eventually it'll be a family member or someone that knows me as Nyan that come in and it's like, they'll be John. Who's John? They're like, of course, like, yeah, that's him, John. And it's like, hey, John, that's Nyan. Like it's like, fuck, all right, my cover's blown.
Wow.
It made it worse because then my family was like, why you not saying your regular name?
Yeah, be proud of your name.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm a pre-pubescent kid, yo. Like I'm being abused verbally. Like I need to defend myself.
So people would, after they find out, what would they say?
Bro, they would make every joke of the sound nya, whatever, nya.
Wow.
Bro, got it at all angles. So I tried. I tried, but every time it just blew up, and it blew up in the worst way. Always.
What was the one name that you were like, all right, this is gonna hit?
I think was it like a Sam or Samuel? I don't even know,
How many
bro.
names did you do?
Bro, I think like 3 or 4, man.
John,
Yeah.
Paul.
But it all blew up in the worst way because whoever found out was the one that would make the best joke out of it. So it'd be like somebody that I know, they're like, yo, James, that's the name you picked, you piece of shit? They're like, oh my God, we know a James, bro. How you gonna do this and think you was gonna be slick?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, that, and then it's Nyan, and people were like, okay, I thought I knew this person, but apparently he's a sound.
So it starts off on a lie.
It starts. I mean, look, I put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, the sound Nyan is gonna jar you. Yeah. Right. So let me come in and be like, all right, here you go. I'm like, they call me James.
Oh, they call.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I don't. So
you don't even put it. I don't call it. I just.
I don't say it.
I have a James vibe.
I have a James vibe. So they say whoever they are.
Yeah.
So I don't speak for me. I speak for they.
You know what's funny? This reminds me. I went to a Jewish day school.
Right.
So every day when you sign up for, I don't know if it's every Jewish day school, but when you sign up for a Jewish day school, they give you a Hebrew name. Yeah. So if you have like a really American name, like my name is, I don't know, Mackenzie. That's not an American name, but what's an American name? Like Timothy? Right, Timothy?
Oh, yeah, that's American as shit.
So then they'll be like, okay, your name is Daniel or something, Adam.
Right.
And they'll make it, that'll be your Hebrew name.
You serious?
Yeah.
Bro.
But I didn't have that because my name is Natan.
Right.
That's a Hebrew word. So then they're like, all right.
All right, so you're good.
Yeah, I was fine.
Oh, bro, you was good in these streets, bro. You had a Hebrew name already? Oh,
it was weird because it was sort of like they were like, we were there was like a few kids that were in the school with me the first day. Right. They lined us up like it was the military or something, and they were like, "What's your name?" All right, you're Adam. What's your name? You're Daniela. You're Rivka. I swear to God. And then they looked, and I'm looking at them. You know when they do like
Rivka?
I swear that's Rachel. There's like 48 Rachels. If you meet a Jewish girl named Rachel or Rachel, that shit was like given to her. Probably like there are like more Rachels in any other. Like that's the most Jewish girl name. That's Rachel, Rivka.
But that's such a jarring name to just be given upon you when you was walking around as a regular like sounding name in America. Nothing against the name itself. It's just like I just didn't expect it. Like it was just like it's kind of like how you say it again?
Which one? Rachel?
No, Rivka.
Rivka.
Yeah.
Rivka.
I guess it's because so many consonants. Like it's like
that's the Hebrew.
Did it have like any bass when they said it like to the person?
Rivka.
That's
Rivka.
Rivka.
It's kind of fucked up because it gives you like this kind of complex. Because like it's like when you go into school, you're just another person.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's Jew time now. Let me go into this. Let me go into this and then just start becoming someone else.
Shit.
It was really weird. But for me, it was not that weird. So,
bro, you had the name already.
It was just me the whole time. Yeah. But I remember going to college, and I think I changed it sometimes, Nathan. And I remember when I would date girls, they would know, and they would see me introduce myself as Nathan. Then they would get mad at me. They're like, "Why the fuck are you Americanizing your name?" And I go,
"Oh wow."
But you don't know why. Because then I remember at the time I was like, "Oh, I kind of just want to make it easier on people." And then I started comedy. I think I did it for like a year. I was like, I'm Nathan.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then I'm like, why am I doing this? It doesn't make sense. And then I changed it back to Natan.
Interesting. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. Some people still say Nathan, and I'm like, I don't want to. You knew me when I was Nathan.
Yeah, I remember that, and that's a good point you bring up though, because like you always try to make it easy for the other people, like because it's such a I mean, not even I feel like it's even a step above. It's like you making it easy for them, right? But at the same time, it's like it's just always a fucking hassle, like to just deal with the
Sorry, technical difficulties. We're back. We're talking about how the man is changing our identities, our goddamn name. Making it easy on people.
Yes.
You got to stop that.
Definitely do.
That was the best defense of parents when they said, "Oh, change your name." I think someone said this, where like people learn Barack's name,
right.
so people can learn your name, and that's true. But to to a certain point, you just go like, "Well, he was the president, so."
Pretty much.
I guess I don't know if that's a good defense. So you got to be the president for. But I see what they're saying. You should be proud of your heritage and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and it adds up, you know. I just I think it depends on the name you have, you know. Like my parents they didn't even try.
What do you mean? Oh, your name means something, right?
It means third son. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, yeah, like my name, like they didn't even try to be. They were just like, "Yo, this is just what it is," you know. They ain't, you know, even when they're like Naya, they're like, "No, it's Nya." They'll even correct people and shit. So
that's good.
It's good in hindsight, and when hindsight I mean like 20 years like later hindsight.
Yeah.
But at the time it was like because I'm trying to be like, you know, I'm trying again make it easy. So I'm like, nah, you know, it's not Nya. You could do Naya. It's all right. And then they'll come in and it's like, no, it's Nya. And then
so your parents would say that.
Yeah, my parents would do that, or my parents would be like, kind of like give me the side eye, kind of like,
like be proud,
like you gonna really say, you know, almost copping out. So like, but I was a kid, so I'm like, and they know, of course, you know, that's like a launching pad for anyone who got jokes right there.
Yeah, but it gives you, I mean, I don't know. It gives you a thicker skin when you. I guess that goes back to the whole thing about like is bullying good and all that. Other shit.
In hindsight, great. I mean now, bro, perfect. So anyone who has like, I've heard all the jokes possible. Like, maybe ChatGPT might come up with some shit. I don't know. Maybe if it gets voice recognition, it might diss me more to where my whole psyche and my existence gets challenged. But I heard it all, and in like so many scenarios, bro. I'm talking about so many scenarios where I tried it, and then it's just like, nope, and then it's just like,
But now you stand out more, just in general. Like there's so many people. That's what every entertainer. All they want to do is try to find a way to stand out, and now we do based on our culture, our heritage, our name, and all this other shit.
That's a fact.
So you know what once was a negative is now a positive. But 20 years ago, people don't do that shit. They didn't do that before.
Hell no, bro.
No,
it was
tried
like
to, because they literally wouldn't get employed because of that.
They
wouldn't get employed. They would tell them like, I would hear so many stories about like people just going, like they went to the job and even to this day they have like stats on people with like, sometimes they would have like black people with Americanized names. Like they would get into the interview, but then they would see that they were black, and they would be like, "No, we're."
Oh
yeah. So like, it's weird.
Yeah, that shit still happens.
Yeah.
I think now though, now it's interesting though. We're in an interesting time now to where like a name, depending on how it sounds, that it would like say like an Indian name or so like that, right? That's a name that like you gonna say, oh, smart person or doctor, this and that. Yeah. But even that too, depending, even certain ones too, cause you can be like Indian doctor or Indian call center.
Oh, that
So I mean, even that line is blurred, or even like I worked a job and it was over the phone, and I said my name and somebody thought it was Italian.
What?
Somebody thought it was Italian. It was an Italian dude. It was a white dude that thought it was an Italian name.
That guy just sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna correct him. At the time, I was like, fuck it.
It was a call center or something?
It's a call center.
Okay.
So I was like, you know.
Wait, how do you know it was a white dude? Oh, he sounded
you know, I'm calling in for...
Wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He could have been a black Republican, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been.
a regular black person.
But they thought you were Italian?
Yeah, they also
I eat meatballs, motherfucker.
He was like, yeah, my grandma has a nice pasta recipe. You know, you help me out with my insurance information. I might give you the pasta recipe.
You just double down. You start, man, and if you don't help me out, we're going to figure it out. All right? You're just going to start threatening him. Yeah. You know, you ever watch The Godfather? It's based on my family, motherfucker.
I know the Colombo family.
Yeah. I'm Michael. What's up?
I'm Michael.
That character's written by based on me. You know?
I'm Michael. It's like, an Italian Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty weird.
That's a.
But yeah, that whole idea of like changing your name to make it easier on people. But then that goes back to that whole idea of like what's a regular name or what's not a regular name, you know?
Yeah.
Like why is Adam, you know? It always goes back to that whole thing of like this idea of what a person should the regular ones or not the regular ones. So, yeah.
It is interesting.
It's all about the cis white American male. No, really. It's yeah, it's like that's sometimes they say that for me where you go like, oh, I should say where I'm from because they have no context.
Yeah. Tell them.
I'm Bukharian, a Jew from Uzbekistan. So, and I came here when I was 3. So I'm like in the I guess I am a third culture kid because
you grew up here.
I don't have any memories of or stories of the past or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
not much. I'm curious though. Before I, you the way you stated the whole thing or whatever, that was interesting. It was interesting. You said Bukharian.
Yeah.
Jew from Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that have like a? Well, I know you got like Safarian, Bukharian, and then what's the other one? Ashkenaz, right? There's only 3, right?
No, there's a lot more.
Oh, a lot more. Oh,
there's Orthodox.
Sorry, I did not know.
It's okay.
I thought I read in all the books.
No, there's.
All right, I tried.
There's the Penguin.
ChatGPT lied to me.
There's the Penguin Jew.
Yo, why you?
That's how we start this.
Why you?
You gotta set it up this way so they know. You gotta lay the foundation of what this podcast is.
He's doing it.
This is how we start this. All right. I'm gonna say things like this on the podcast. They won't watch it anyway because they don't get the internet. They're not. They're not allowed to have smartphones. And if you're watching this, turn this shit off because you're going against God. You're going to hell if you watch this. All right.
It wasn't because the reception out there. It was because due to religion reasons.
They can't have smartphones. You gotta have flip phones.
You said who?
The Orthodox Jews.
Oh,
they're not allowed to have this.
Oh,
the Penguin Jews. You heard me.
Wow.
Starting shit. All right.
I thought we was on a little bit here about just penguins.
I'm telling you the different. No, I'm telling you the different kinds of Jews.
Oh, I thought these happen to be penguins who happen to be Jewish. I ain't thought you was talking about a.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
The Orthodox ones.
Oh, okay.
They dress the same.
Since you said it, I now understand. I did not come to my conclusion. Like,
I'm
agreeing to your. I'm acquiescing to your conclusion. Good point.
The ones that black and white.
Oh, okay. Nice.
They're shaped like. We'll put like an image of a Orthodox Jew and a penguin right next to each other. You have my approval.
You have my approval.
And none of the other ones. Yeah.
You have my approval.
What were you saying? Like what kind of other Jews there are?
Yeah. Because the way you stated it was kind of like that was a statement in itself.
Yeah.
Followed by where you from.
Because Bukharian, it's like Jews from Persia. Because after a certain, you probably know it's like every 100 years Jews get their ass whooped, whatever.
Yeah.
And at one point we just moved down the line and we stayed there, and Bukhara, like the city's there.
Ah,
it was like Persian, and some just kept going. Like there's if they just kept going down the Silk Road, and there's some Jewish people in China, like Kaifang Jews.
Wow.
And
that sounds like a dope name, yo. It sounds like them motherfuckers can fight.
Yeah.
Damn, yo.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's casual racism right there.
I mean,
Chinese.
Look.
If you're Chinese, you're more likely to be able to do kung fu.
Hey, man. Well, that trouble stays away that way.
Yes, that's right.
You don't be the culture that is known to get the ass beat. Oh, these motherfuckers can't fight. All right. Well, put
Yeah.
But yeah. Put your hands up.
Yeah.
Let's see what's gonna happen, which is you losing.
Yeah, that's good to have a stereotype. Yeah, that's good.
Everyone has some base level stereotypes, but yeah.
Yeah. So then, I actually say it like that now. I used to say it like I'm a Jew from Uzbekistan, but I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like you're saying you're from a place that kind of like kicked you out. So it's like I would rep. I don't want to rep that country.
Right.
So I would. I'm just stating it like that's a fact. Like that's where I was born, and now I'm not there anymore. But yeah, I guess that's why I'm more comfortable saying it like that, like culturally. That's why a lot of Jewish people, they kind of just say like, I don't really agree with this, but some Jewish people just go like, yeah, I'm Jewish, and they go like, they believe they use it as their ethnicity, their nationality, their this, their that.
Interesting.
Because it's a whole.
It's a whole thing in itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting though. But I mean, obviously, it has differences.
Yeah. The Jews, we got a whole.
Yeah.
There's, what's interesting?
Like Christianity and shit.
Yeah, and the Jewish people will find a way to anything I say about Jewish people. They'll find a way to argue, like to look at this and say that it's wrong. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, you argue with this guy.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
So you tell me, like, in my opinion, like we are considered to be the most argumentative people.
African, bro. Yeah, bro. Oh my God. You get 3 African dudes in a room with like Guinness or any type of alcohol. It's argument about soccer and politics, bro.
Really?
Always, and not American politics a little bit, but always the country you're from's politics. Always, bro.
But what if it's 3 Africans from separate countries in Africa?
They find something to argue with, bro. It's just
what do they argue about?
But it could be the soccer. It could be like, yo, I like Arsenal. I like Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
I like this.
United.
Like, and then it all it takes is for one conflict. Not I won't say conflicting. One not fully agreed upon opinion. Like if somebody said Messi, but ain't nobody can. Messi is good, great, right? So
the best.
But if somebody says somebody else like that was good or or better than that can just spark off.
Damn.
So like it's kind of like it's not all the time, but like when it does happen, it's like Jesus Christ, what happened? Is somebody about to is something about to happen? And
they fight over this?
It's not even fighting, but it's weird because I see other people in the situation with me, and for me it's natural. It's like background noise, but like for it, like sometimes I like don't hang out with my family for a while, and I come back and I realize I'm like, yo. The volume level is so high. Yeah. The facial emotions is very like, very like in your face, very like, it's just like very
about soccer,
bro. It could be about anything, bro. Something it could just be about it, bro. I'm trying to think of like what's the stupidest one, but like it's just like something that just conflicts with a overall general agreed thing, then could be a point of a contention or argument or something like that.
Damn, man.
And it could be pretty fun sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
I mean, when somebody arguing like that, the party can't be boring, right?
It can't be what?
Can't be boring.
No, it can't be boring.
No, it's you great time. You're like, first you startle because you're like, oh, I thought we were just eating.
That's one thing I noticed is that if it doesn't become a fight in the first 3 minutes, then it won't be a fight.
Yeah.
Because if it's only a fight if it's right away. After 5 minutes, you're going like, all right, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And if somebody has a stake involved too, like, and it's stupid. If it's something stupid and it's like, soccer or politics or like, and again, sometimes it's not even an argument sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's just like, it's like facts that you want to add into the conversation that you feel like is being missed, so you kind of like have to interject it by and then like, so it's kind of like you want to make sure that fact is known inside in that whole argument point that you have in this conversation. It's such a so argumentative.
Yeah,
it can be like that. There's times where it's like it's like hot. It's hot, but it's funny for me because like I grew in it. And I still have remnants of that too. Like, somebody might spill water. I might have like a, exaggerate. Like,
Yeah. We had that Bukharian, like Jewish people from that. We argue all the time about, but it's like, there's like every time there's like a group, there's just this underlying tension that you don't know, not in a bad way. You just go like, oh, anything can happen. But I think that kind of like, in a way that. I think I was telling you this before, but like with stand-up or something, like it kind of helps because then you kind of would talk about anything and you're kind of like fine with any kind of weird tension that's in the room, and you're like, you're fine. I remember one time I was on stage and I was like arguing with somebody.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and then I remember seeing a guy, like literally, I saw this white dude just go like this.
Oh, I think I was there. Yeah.
And I go, are you fanning yourself? What's going on? And then I'm like, this feels like I'm arguing with a parent, like my wife, and like you're the kids that are just like shocked at what you're seeing.
I remember seeing that. That shit was so weird.
Odd. To me, it was. That's how you can tell, like, when things like that happen, where like people's like base level tension was when they were kids.
Right.
And usually, this is one thing I noticed. Usually with black comics, they laugh all the time at this, and I like that more.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, you guys aren't fazed by this or anything like that. But when white dudes are like, oh my god, what was that? That's so.
It's like tense.
It's like tension, like it shouldn't happen. So maybe they're not used to like tension or anything like that.
I guess so.
We should have a long talk about everything that happened.
Yeah.
We don't have time for these long talks.
All right, it's like just react, just get it out, just like just do it.
I don't know if that's healthy or not, but
I don't know. But you know what it is? I feel like even with that, people who don't express it like in that moment, I feel like they are feeling something.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come out in some weird way. Like it's almost like kind of like, all right, there's shit in a bag.
Yeah.
Just get it out.
Yeah.
But then if you leave it in here, it's gonna fester.
Yeah.
It might be humid.
Yeah.
It might be maggots now. Like, it gets weird. So by the time you revisit it, it's kind of like, what? Like, it's even worse than the shit that was in the bag originally.
That's why I really hate passive aggression. Not just passive, but passive aggressive language.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I don't. Sometimes I'm not. I don't understand in work situations and stuff like that. And it was like, it's like corporate speak. The one that I always hated was if they want you to do something, go like, if you could do that, that would be great. I go, it's not a question, it's not a request, it's like you're absolving all. Like, if you take that sentence for what it was, that's just like saying, oh, the stars look nice today. It's like, if you could do that, that would be great. I'm like, yes, it would.
Yeah,
it would be great.
Yeah, well, hopefully somebody does it.
And you go, what are we doing here?
That's hilarious.
Anytime, what was it? If you could do that, that would be great. What are some other statements? They always start with if you could just is there any way you can never just do this. Do it. Just do the thing.
Just get it out. It is I mean, because everyone got a way of handling it, and I get it sometimes. Like, all right, because sometimes you don't know how motherfuckers be acting, especially nowadays. People are on such a hair, I wouldn't say even on a hair trigger. They're on a hair trigger, but they're triggered in a way that's for the wrong stuff, It's kind of like, like, say, for example, you do something and then, they just assume you should know or something like that,
Like what?
I'm trying to think of a scenario or whatever. Like, say, all right, say like a white person, right?
Yeah.
Like something like, I don't know, they don't know George Washington Carver.
Okay.
Or whatever. And, like, knee-jerk reaction, like, yo, you don't know who the fuck that is? Like, what the okay. But then suppose this white person is from Scandinavia.
Okay.
It's like, all right, well, like, so then Scandinavian person might, so a Scandinavian person's response should be like, I'm from Scandinavia, bitch. I'm like 4, 5, 8 countries away. That information doesn't travel here. I'm sorry.
It's not my history.
I'm dealing with icebergs melting. I got my own whatever.
Okay.
But, smart move for this person to be passive, like, oh, I didn't know because, like, and I should have known. So to go into that whole spiel enough for me to be like, all right. Yeah. All right, because I was about to say, you don't know Mike, you don't know Washington, you don't know Carver.
But what about in job situations?
Job situations, that too is like, damn, because like, I mean, corporate life, I'm definitely familiar with that. and it is something that's not good. But it's like you're already in a structure which is like optimized for the benefit of the company and the people who are shareholders of that company. So you're not even part of the equation really. Like you are, but you're part of some grander one. So this just needs to keep on going, with or without you.
But that's what I never understood. Is like, who's making these rules? I don't understand. Who thought? I don't know. I never got it. It's like, why are we doing? There's certain times where I'm at a job and I'm like, why do you guys act the way you act? Why can't we say certain things? And then you go like, well, somebody can be offended, and I don't want to go into that whole thing of like, well, you shouldn't be offended because you have every right. You have every right to be offended. You just kind of go like. Then it's through like a fear-based. Everybody's kind of walking around through just this apprehensiveness. They're like, well, I don't want to say my opinion just because I might get fired. And that's the one thing with like HR. I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Whenever there would be HR, it's like it's like you said, where their main goal is not really to alleviate or mediate the issue. Sometimes it's just not sometimes. Their whole goal is to like dead this issue so that the main goal is to keep business going. And your kind of like morals and ethics and all that other stuff that genuinely are important, that's kind of like that falls by the wayside, and you kind of just go like that. Which is why I'm not in corporate America. This is one of the main reasons. I remember there'd be this. I don't think this had anything to do with it, but there would be times where they would ask me to go to. I don't know if you have this. They ask you to go to like drinks or something after.
Yeah.
I would 100. I would always say no. And every single time they would ask why, and I would say I don't want to. And for some reason, that's weird. Why do I need to continue hanging out with you after work? I have a negative view of you. Because it's 9 to 5. When I think of your face, I think of work, and then now we got to talk about work and drunk too. So I might say something bad about you.
That's even another thing.
That's what I never got. Like if you're drunk and you're with coworkers, you're more likely to say something stupid.
I mean, you know what? Again, it's part of the overall. It's just like a system. It's like, all right, you get drinks, character building. Everyone's
character
comfortable.
Building.
I mean, yeah, that's. I'm assuming, like in terms of, it's kind of like, all right, you're outside of work. Most likely, you're gonna talk about shit outside of work. And then from there, it's kind of like that. Oh, where you from? What do you do? Because if you're at work, you're like, I'm just trying to get this work done. I'm trying to get out of here, right? Yeah. But then when you're at a bar now, people drink, and then when they got like free food, good free food.
Oh, free. Okay, I'll go. Yeah, nobody ever says free food. I'd go for.
Oh yeah, then these are terrible jobs. Yeah.
I would go for the food, not
like,
the alcohol. Yeah,
give me some wings at least. Like if you want me to open up, you got to feed me first. Like
yeah, I would go for the free food. But this is, I guess, sometimes I don't realize because we have things that we're doing outside of work that we want to do. I never realize until I'm actually in these jobs that some people, their jobs are just, that's it. That's their lives, and they don't have hobbies outside of it.
Right. So,
and it's harder to make friends when you get older because it's like you're not really in certain situations where you can socialize and stuff.
Yeah.
So I understand it more now, where I'm like, I remember I was at a job one time, and this one lady, she's like, yeah, I just moved to Brooklyn. It was a remote job. If anyone's in Brooklyn, let's hang out. And my immediate instinct was like, you're a fucking loser. You're asking to fucking have. What is wrong with you? You're 30. I don't know. You're whatever. You're a grown adult, and you don't have anyone to hang out.
Whatever.
With.
You're grown.
You're grown.
You have a driver's license. All right.
You haven't. You don't have any. You just now you want friends. 30 years of life. You just decided friends, but
get on the program.
Right. But now I'm trying to empathize more, where I'm like, okay, maybe you moved here. Maybe you're coming from another state, and then maybe you just really like you don't have a hobby, or it's like video games or something.
Oh, it's hard sometimes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to be on Meetup. I used to be on Meetup.com. Man.
I understand the value of that.
Lived in the middle of nowhere, PA, and it's like that. Like,
you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to live out there, bro. It got to the point where this is before dating apps and stuff. It like was really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like bro, it got to a point where I was like, yo, I need to do
Or
something.
to be with people.
Right,
Yeah, it's
because
not
you
healthy.
go and when you're I think like New York City, you can literally just breathe outside, and somebody's like, "Oh wow, this is a
Yeah.
perfect place where you can breathe," and then
Yes.
show you somewhere, and you're at
Yes.
some like I don't know party with like some
Yeah.
3 models or some shit, like
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah, it's true.
situation, like but in like these rural places, you know what? And I feel like New York, once you break in with like one person,
Then
like,
they show you their world.
then it's a wrap, bro. You
Yeah.
find out one person that's connected with like a group of other friends, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah.
so for her, she need that one lucky lottery ticket, and then
Yeah.
to that person that shows her everything. Then from there, she just takes it from there.
I remember I took a girl out to a show one time, and
Mhm.
then I introduced her to some comics and stuff
Right.
like that. And it was a cool show. It was like, she's like, "This is your life," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I didn't even think about it, because this is our life.
Right.
And then she was kind of like, she got a glimpse of it. And sometimes you don't realize, like,
Yeah.
you take it for granted. You have like a social circle, and you have like, until you leave. When you leave and you get out, and you're like, where am I?
You're like, what happened? What
Who
what
are
time
all
is
these
it?
People, yeah. There's one thing to do
Mm-hmm.
at night, and that's it. And like, you ever do shows like out of state?
Oh,
like,
bro.
This is how you know they really need something. I remember I was on a show in like Ohio one time. The first 2 comics bombed, and they stayed. They still stayed.
Oof.
And then everybody else did well. And that's when I like they have nothing to do.
Oh,
really had nothing to do.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Usually when like 2-3 comics bomb, the first 2-3,
Yeah.
the audience loses faith in the show
Right.
here, and sometimes they leave. 'Cause
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we gotta go. We're going to another bar or something.
Right.
But that was pretty interesting.
Damn, that's a good
Yeah.
point, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
It be like that. Shit.
Yeah. Going back to I don't know. We kind of went on a tangent from the immigrant stuff.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
this does have to do with immigrant stuff.
Okay.
It's like,
So
You're
tie us
not-
back in.
you guys need to say how you feel. All right.
Feelings.
Feelings. Say it. Articulate your feelings.
Yeah.
It's always a culture clash when it's corporate America.
Tell us how you feel.
Yeah. Anybody that works a corporate job, if you're in a higher position, just let him talk it out. If you're around some guy named Sanjay, just let him yell at you for like a few minutes. All right?
That's the name you selected first. That is hilarious.
Why not?
Why so? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is this is
You know
third
much-
culture.
Yeah. Why are you making him assimilate to your, if you could do that, that would be great. Bullshit. let him talk to you how he wants to talk to you,
Bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know. That was it. That was my tangent.
That was a tangent. And got all what you need off your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is me just projecting. I'm like, why didn't you just let me
No,
say
this
what I
is
want?
this is venting. You're not
Yeah.
you're not projecting. You're venting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
the difference. is it projectile venting? Like you
Yeah,
just like venting,
projectile venting.
like
But then there's the flip side when you kind of like, if you have everyone that just says how they feel, then that's just weird too. Like if you're at
Yeah.
a job and everybody's just like, fuck you.
Oh, bro, and
That's
it
bad, too.
it gets like that too.
Yeah, McDonald's and all that.
Yeah,
other shit.
I mean, bro, it's just like, all right, so you got that, right? And the thing is, when you're in America, our demands are unreasonable. Bro,
Yeah, I
I
guess.
want you to have this item every time for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild. In other countries, bro, the chicken we killed, chickens didn't have babies today. So we don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
chicken.
I
You
do.
know, so
Yeah.
you're gonna eat this shit and that's it.
Yeah.
Some big person bought the rest of the food we had today. We only kill 10 chickens a day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like, yo, where's my chicken nuggets? I want this shit every time I come here. Every time.
You know what's funny? This is how you know that we're so demanding. Even homeless people yell at the cashiers. Homeless people have no reason to not wait. They just you're like, I gotta go. Where? You don't have a home. Just go back. You don't have to go anywhere. But he's like or she, whatever. They're so like entrenched in the culture that they're just like, I need my nuggets now.
Yeah, and do what with it? Go
You're
where?
just gonna be looking at them anyway.
Yeah,
for like,
it's warm here. Stay.
yeah. What's the point?
Where you going so fast? It's cold out there. Stay in here.
Yeah,
Be grateful to have bad customer service. It's 1 extra second you're staying here warm.
yeah. But I felt that too. One time I think yesterday I was waiting for like 10 minutes for food, and I'm like, what is this? And
you
I'm
get
like,
that feeling, yeah.
But then you just look and you go like, all I did, it was 10 minutes.
Right.
But yeah,
it's kind of scary when you like take a step back and you're like, wow, I actually felt real anger.
Like entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like real. Like you'd be like, yo, what is going on? I was in Philly, bro, like last week. And they one of the ladies was like, yeah, we ran out of chicken. We don't have chicken.
And then you
what is this? You know what? It was worse than that. I don't know if you call this apathetic or whatever, but I was kind of like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna get my money and get out of here or whatever.
Oh, you already paid?
I already paid.
Oh.
So I mean, obviously, but like the feeling was just that, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then just dismiss myself from that feeling. But you know what? Well, then, this, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, no, you ordered already, so you got the chicken, so you good. But then we don't have chicken. And I was like, wow, okay.
Also, there was chicken for you.
Yeah, I think I got the last piece of chicken. I don't know. I bet the white people, they were mad. It was like, yo, this guy, he got all the chicken. Of course they do that,
Yeah.
But
like they hooked him up, but not
Black History Month. We talking about. I'm gonna get all the chicken.
That would be funny if a white guy
figuratively and literally.
If a white guy got mad at that. Oh, is this what it's like? And then you're like, yeah, this is all we get. Good job.
Yeah, right.
Could have
got worse.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but
damn.
Yeah, but go to other countries. Sometimes they just don't have it.
Yes.
And you be like, oh, wow, yeah, wow, I forgot you can run out of stuff. That's life. You don't always have the thing that you want. Yeah. And that's America for you.
There was one time we went to get burekas.
What's that?
It's like
interesting.
I don't know. It's like flaky crust, but inside there's like either potatoes or beef or cheese.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's good. It's
good.
Yeah. So we went. We went to get one time with a friend. And I like it with potatoes.
Right.
But we went early, and she's like, yeah, I didn't cook the potatoes yet. And I said, oh. I don't know why. It was just weird that she said that. She's like, yeah, we didn't cook this yet. But then, like, it's like we're all a CEO in our heads. We're like, what do you mean you didn't cook the potatoes yet?
Yeah.
This is a business. Everything should be ready at all times. What's wrong? I didn't say any of this, but I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, oh, okay, wow.
It kind of jars you a little bit. You kind of like, whoa, you what?
Yeah. You're like, oh, I didn't feel like it. You're like, what? This is not Europe.
Yeah, right. You get that feel. It's the feeling starts rising. You be like, yo, what the fuck? You didn't cook the potatoes? Like, you just out here just have raw potatoes at your time of open business?
You're waiting for the potato guy to come here.
Waiting for your first customer to start cooking the first potato. Like,
you're like, not enough people want this yet. I'm like, what? I'm here. This is all that matters. And then you go, all right.
And that's all. Yeah, I'm here. That's all that matters. It's like, well,
everything should cater to me because I have money.
It's so hard to undo that too. And when the longer you live here in America, like I even see people that move from like my country and come here, they start developing that.
Cause the entitlement?
It's just everywhere. I mean, that's just it's like a consumerism type culture.
Yeah.
You just
take
always
more.
Like, bro, like they have 20 TVs in every Walmart across the United States. That's wild.
Yeah.
I never thought. Yeah, like everybody got. You can get an Xbox from anywhere.
Yeah. I remember
tofu, bro. Even sushi. You can go to Idaho and get sushi, bro. How long that fish living for that to go there and then it be edible? Like that's next level. Like, somebody being put on the grave shift to like make that happen.
Yeah.
Bring some fresh sushi out from Japan or wherever to Idaho.
Fruits too, like in certain countries, like when fruits are not in season, they don't sell them. But here, there is always bananas. There's always strawberries. There's always this, and I didn't notice that until I went. You travel more, and then you start noticing, like, oh, all right, this is not how it should be. There's a reason why certain things are made in certain places and certain, It's like more respect for nature, But here it's kind of like, I just want it now, right away.
Just so right now, bro. It's really crazy. It's like,
yeah,
it man, you can go so far, so long too, just like wanting it right now.
But now we'll go back to the third culture stuff. It's like, this is our expectation because we were raised here.
Right.
Like my mom, probably like the stories that she would tell me, or like my family would tell me, you kind of go, yeah, all right. They don't have these expectations all the time. They just kind of are like, cool. I remember when the pandemic happened. You tell me if this happened to you.
Right.
When the pandemic happened, you know, everything closed. Everything was this, and you had to do a certain thing. My mom wasn't phased at all. She wasn't phased. She's like, okay, yeah, this is a thing. I'm like, why are you not rattled by this? And she's like, in communist Uzbekistan, USSR, we didn't have food in like some of the grocery stores and stuff.
Man.
And then she was like, yeah, all you got to do, at least we're just sitting here. I remember at the time we had to wash our groceries.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, at least we have groceries. We got to get that. Bring it here to the food. It's like back to basics. And I'm like, what? Wow.
Yeah, the life do be interesting, bro. Man, when that pandemic happened, all my family, the only thing they worry about is like, yo, do you have bag of rice?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have sardines? And do you have Maggie cube?
That's the
boiling cube, the chicken boiling cube? Yeah. Bro.
Bouillon?
Yeah, bouillon.
Bouillon,
Yeah,
yeah.
bouillon. All you need is Maggie cube, rice, and sardines. You do that, you can survive through life. Believe me, I have generations that survived on Maggie cube, sardines, and rice.
Why is it called Maggie Cube?
Because the name of the company.
Oh.
Yeah, we're brand loyal.
Oh,
in our country. We're brand loyal, okay? We don't switch up, all right?
Maggie Cube.
It's chicken bouillon or whatever.
That's what I thought it was.
It's chicken bouillon, but we stick with Maggie. We true to the game.
Maggie
We
Cube.
won't deal with that counterfeit whatever. We only stick with Maggie. we stick with the OG Maggie.
Can you get that here?
Yeah, what, bro? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I have a box of Maggie right now.
It's
Always
like,
got that.
It comes with the, what is it called? Like in the baby showers, they just give you that whole package.
Yeah.
It's a starter kit.
Oh man, somebody give me Maggie Cube right now. I'm like, thank you. I'm indebted
Now
to
I
you.
know what to get you for your birthday.
Yeah, don't do that.
What? What do you mean? How does that expire?
You know what? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
40 years. It's
to be honest,
really?
I don't know. I really don't know. I never saw an thrown away Maggie Cube that was still in the wrapper. Cause it comes in wrappers. So I don't
silver.
Silver, silver wrapper.
Silver.
But I don't think anyone ever. I don't think I ever seen a thrown away Maggie Cube. It's almost like spices, right? Like, spices do expire technically, but to throw out a spice, it just feels wrong.
Well, the spices, no, because then if you put it in a certain container or something like that, then it's just like it's good for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically a spice.
Yeah, I've actually never seen. No, I have seen like sugar thrown out.
Yeah, sugar. The only time sugar I seen get thrown out, it got like ants in it or it's like something in there. Yeah. Other than that, it's like sugar just stays.
Yeah.
You know, even soda.
Soda. No, soda expires.
It gets flat.
Isn't that?
It's expired, right?
Well, if it's flat, yeah.
I mean, some
you
people
don't
that might be the taste, you know.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah, you don't want the bubbles, you know. Sometimes bubbles irritate people's innards.
Innards?
Yeah, that's not stomach. That sounded bad.
No, that's true.
Innards.
They're innards.
Yeah, innards don't. The only time somebody say innards is when it's outside of somebody.
The chicken, they sometimes call that
take out the innards. Yeah, it's when you're taking it out.
Innards.
When it's inside, it's intestines, it's gastro, it's small intestines, large intestines. We take it out, it's like it's dead. You're dead. It's the innards. Whatever the fuck, whatever we used to make you function, it's just innards now.
Yeah, that's true.
Scoop it out of you.
That's true. All right, I think we explored a lot.
Yeah, we explored a lot.
Episode.
Yeah, we did.
Third culture kids. We're kids.
Yeah, we're kids. See. We're kids right now, you know.
Arrested Development.
Yeah, we're kids because we don't have kids.
Hell yeah. Until we have kids. None of this makes any sense.
Well, you know, when we have kids, we'll say Goo Goo Gaga, and then we'll just like, you know, like
third culture men. But for now,
why you say men like that?
What do you mean? How did I say
men?
Yeah. Oh, like what did I do? Like men's rights type shit?
Yeah, the way you point your finger.
All right, we're third culture men.
I don't know why.
Is that better?
You do this sideways.
Is that better?
They'll tell us.
Subscribe and tell me how I should point when I say that.
Yes, boys and girls.
All right. Until next time. Peace out.
All right, peace.
Oh, it hasn't been recorded. No, I'm just kidding.